When can the police search your car? Hi, I'm Northern Virginia criminal defense attorney Scott Nolan, and I'm here to talk to you about vehicle searches. My client Edward called me the other day to say that the police had asked if he could search his car, and he wasn't sure whether or not he should have let them. But being unsure, he did say to them, "Yeah, I guess." And they searched his car. Now, the good news is, for Edward, they didn't find anything that they shouldn't have. But he was quite upset and felt like it was a violation of his rights. And unfortunately, the truth is only one person violated Edward's rights, and that was Edward. So, here's what you need to know about searches of your vehicle. The police have the authority to search your vehicle under 3 and only 3 situations. Situation number 1 is that there is a warrant. The police have a warrant to search your vehicle. That obviously doesn't come up very often. If it does, talk to your attorney. Situation number 2 is by far the most common. By far the most common. And that's the situation Edward found himself in. The police have no authority to search until you give it to them. Most people have no idea that they do not have to let the police search their vehicle. And so when the police ask and maybe make it sound a little bit like you have to, you say, okay. And guess what? Now they have the legal authority to search your vehicle. As with any other request to search, the answer is no. No, officer, you do not have my permission to search my vehicle. You do not have my permission to search me. You do not have my permission to search my belongings. Now, is that going to stop them from searching? Maybe not. But if they do search and they do find something illegal, there is at least a reasonable chance that the judge will suppress that evidence if it was a search done without either a warrant, permission, or our third category, probable cause. Now, one of the questions that people ask me a lot is, well, what about drug dogs? So it used to be fairly common, and perhaps it still is in some places, that if the police officer was suspicious but didn't have the authority to search, he would tell you, well, I'm going to bring in the drug dogs if you don't let me search. And so people say, okay. And the fact of the matter is the officer shouldn't say that, but he doesn't have that authority. Cases in Virginia are super, super clear. The officer can stop your car if he or she has reasonable suspicion, but they do not have the authority to delay you unless they immediately see probable cause to arrest. They are not allowed to delay you anything beyond a short traffic stop. So if they're going to make you wait 10, 15, 20 minutes for drug dogs to show up, then they've violated your rights. Now, that doesn't mean you should hit the accelerator and speed off. It means you should keep your mouth shut and tell your attorney later. On the other hand, if the officer who stops you happens to have a drug dog in his car, well, you're out of luck. They're going to run the drug dog around the car. The third category is the biggest gray area, and that is probable cause. Officers can search your vehicle if they have probable cause. Now, this can come in one of 2 ways. It could be that the officer stops you for some other reason, your tail light's out, you're speeding or whatever, and they're not suspicious of what's in the vehicle. But when they're standing next to your window and they look in, they see something in plain sight that makes them suspicious. Pill bottles laying on your car seat will do it. Unexplained green leafy materials on the center console will do it. So will the odor of marijuana. Odor of marijuana is the magic open sesame for police these days. All they have to do is say odor of marijuana, and judges say, oh, no Fourth Amendment violation, search away, my good man. It's nonsense, but it is how things work. The other way probable cause is established is if you are under arrest for something else. Let's say you're moving 100 miles an hour down the highway. Well, you're getting arrested. And then they're going to search your vehicle, even if They don't see any other probable cause. This is actually required by law. It's called an inventory search. When you're arrested and your car is towed, they do an inventory search nominally so that they know what possessions of yours they now have in custody so that they can return them to you. And that is a valid reason. But of course, the real reason is now they get a free peek at what's going on. Obviously, the best answer is don't have anything illegal in your car. But the answer to when can they search your vehicle? With a warrant, with your permission, with probable cause. Avoid probable cause by not having illegal stuff in your car, and avoid permission by not giving permission.